All right. So before we get into today's video updating you on financial markets, it's very important to remember that while we're talking about, futures markets, bond yields, crypto, all of that, because of this war, people are dying. These four individuals, U.S. service members, they were killed earlier this week. She was 19 years old. I don't think she had a crypto trading account. I don't think she was following Trump's Twitter feed to figure out what the next move to do in her futures trading account. She probably wasn't trading oil futures, not making that kind of money. Uh, she was just doing her job. And all these individuals here don't get to go home because of this war. And it's important to remember that when we talk about all the market manipulation, insider trading, and of course the future issues that are going to come from this war, many individuals are dying because of it. So, with all that escalating conflict this week, we now have oil sitting at above $90 a barrel. Brent crude is closer to $100 a barrel. Now, this is happening not just because of the war in the Middle East, but there's also the war in Ukraine and Russia, where because of increased strikes on Russian infrastructure, you now have one of Russia's key ports when it comes to exporting oil and grain. They are now no longer doing any nighttime navigation because of the risk of drone attacks that have been happening. So that takes more oil off the market. And pivoting back to the Middle East, of course, we have the closure of the Strait of Hormuz still, but we have the closure of the Strait of Bab al Mandeb. That is another strait that has oil going through it. So more barrels of oil are taken off the market from the conflict with Russia and Ukraine, and of course, the conflict in the Middle East. So that's why you see those oil futures going up. Once again, oil futures going up means inflationary pressure, which means the long end of the curve, the 5-year and 10-year yields will go up, which means your mortgage rates could go up or at least not go down anytime soon. Now, what do I think is going to happen? We're probably going to see a bit of a walk back here on military action. Maybe they're going to start talking, because who knows how long that this is globally sustainable before the pressure gets in to say, hey, there has to be a solution here. That includes with the Russian port as well. I could see Trump saying Zelensky lay off the Russian oil for a while, maybe to try and get those oil prices not to go too high, because they can't be too high, because that's not sustainable either. So we'll see what type of tweets and press releases happen today and tomorrow before going into the futures markets and the market closures and after hours trading for tomorrow night.